So I work with purpose-driven adults that are trying to achieve big goals and they have subconscious blocks or it's a block from something traumatic that happened. People, you don't realize sometimes how deep the beliefs go. When you look at your identity, you develop your identity in the first 7 years of your life. So you're given an identity before you're even old enough to choose one. That's why we turn out like our parents, because we
Go deeper
soak
with that.
everything in that they do.
Go deeper with that. Talk to it like talking to Andre as a dummy, like that book, Andre for Dummies.
Dummies.
Like I put myself on it because I don't want to call nobody a dummy, but talk to me like Andre for Dummy. What do you mean when you say that? The
So
identity at 7,
the identity, what?
the identity that we
Yeah.
start to shape it at 7 and we adapt that identity moving forward. Explain that a
Yeah,
little bit.
so when we're little, so from the time that you're born till you're about 7 or 8 years old, our brains are in a constant theta state that's like a meditative state. And we soak in everything that's going around us that we're learning how to survive, right? We pick up everything from our parents, everything, doesn't matter. And whoever's raised you, whoever's around often. And that's why you'll see people turn out just like their parents, even if they say I'm never going to turn out like that. And then years later, they always end up do because it's instilled in you. It's a belief system, so it's locked into your subconscious. This is how we survive. So
How
you're
do
given an identity before you're old enough to choose one.
how do you break it? And how do you recognize the identity has gone wrong?
Yeah. Well, you have to recognize your subconscious beliefs. They're pretty easy to pick up. It's when you're saying, I can't, I won't, this won't happen for me. That's a instant
Self-doubt,
block.
self-doubt, and self-limitation.
Yeah. You have to, and the way you get rid of it is you rewire yourself. You have to build, you've been thinking the same negative thoughts for so long, you've got a superhighway running in your head. 95% of the thoughts that you think today are the exact same thoughts you thought yesterday and you thought the day before and probably even 2 or 3 months ago. So you have to rewire that. And we're just like, our environment, everything you see on TV is negative. A lot of the music these days is negative, and you're constantly soaking that in. But you get beliefs built from that too. And then anything traumatic that has happened to you over the course of your life, as soon as something traumatic happens, your brain has a chemical reaction and immediately impresses it into your subconscious. And then you remember that, and then you usually build beliefs around that as well. But you have to recognize it, bring awareness to it. When you have the negative thought, immediately replace it with its positive opposite. And you do that every day, all day, and you do it for months, at least 90 days till it becomes automatic because you're building new neural pathways in your mind. You can't just delete negative thoughts or beliefs, but
Right.
you can make them fade into the background till they're no longer.
So you're driving the car on the superhighway, but you're leaving the shit in the rearview mirror.
That's right. And it's life changing.
Who taught you that?